Well folks, it's October as I record this video, which means spooky season is coming up soon. And you might be thinking, huh? If it's October, then it's already spooky season. Yeah, you're right. It is already spooky season. And spooky season is also coming up soon. How is that possible? I'll tell you how. Every season is spooky season! What did you think? Ghosts roll in during the cold months, do a few hauntings, and then they go vacation in Cancun for the summer? Ghosts are always around, waiting for the right time to strike. Just when you thought it was safe to put out that new house plant, BAM! Oh, we can leave those dishes out on the table. I'm sure they'll be fine. Wham! You think that wet floor sign is gonna stay up? Well, think again, motherfucker! Bam! Pow! Wachowski! But even though spooky season is year-round, there is a spooky-related event that occurs at this particular time of year, an event that I like to call hurricane bullshit. This is a phenomenon where the heat generated from the typical steaming pile of internet bullshit rises and mixes with the cold weather of the fall season, then the increased interest in spooky content causes ghost videos to get viewed and shared more often, and all these forces converge to create a hurricane of fake paranormal videos spreading across the internet. So in today's episode of my series, Talking Topics, I'd like to talk a bit about paranormal videos and superstition in general. Of course, fake ghost videos are nothing new. There have been ghost hunter TV shows since at least the mid-2000s, which means for nearly 20 years, ghost hunter has been an actual job for some people.
Did somebody just say, like...
Did you, yeah, I just heard that.
You did hear that? Okay.
Is there anybody in the halls with us right now? We think we heard you.
Maybe it's the ghosts of your parents telling you they're disappointed in your career choice. Now, obviously, this problem of fake content goes way beyond just ghost videos, as an increasing number of people have learned that faking content can lead to fame and fortune, and the tools to make fake content have never been more accessible. The internet has morphed into kind of a lie-based economy. The sheer amount of fakery on the internet today is unprecedented. Some people go overboard with this attitude and think that everything on the internet is fake. There's even a whole subreddit for this called Nothing Ever Happens, for showcasing people who think that totally plausible things are fake. It's like people's bullshit detectors have been so overworked that they broke and got permanently stuck on fake. It's kind of like that doubt meme. For some people, that's not just a funny picture, it's their entire worldview. And you know what? I can't really blame them. There is such an epidemic of fake content on the internet that it does become hard to discern what's real and what's fake. That's why so many people can see something as mundane as a bear in a zoo and think it's actually a man in a bear suit. And yet, at the same time that doubt is more common than ever, superstition is also surprisingly common. In fact, there are some indications that superstition is actually on the rise. Now, I'm not a superstitious person myself, but I've met some people who are, so I've heard my share of first-hand ghost stories. There's one in particular that's always stuck with me, not because it was so scary, but because it was just kind of dumb. When I was a teenager, this girl said to me, one time, me and some friends started using a Ouija board, and this ghost started communicating with us through the board, and then suddenly all the lights went out for like 10 seconds, and when they came back on, the entire floor was covered in broken eggshells. And to that, I had one question. Why would a ghost do that? Did you summon the ghost of a chicken? Did you buy the barnyard edition of Ouija? And people that have ghost stories always have multiple ghost stories, you know? It's never just one.
Do you have any ghost stories?
I have a couple, I think.
Any ghost stories?
Yes, I have the most f***ed up ghost stories.
Have you had an inexplicable situation that you think was metaphysical?
I've had a few.
Now, I can grant that there might be a kernel of truth to some superstitions, like the superstition, step on a crack, break your mother's back. That could be true. If you step on your mother's butt crack, I could break her back. And I'm not trying to be a wet blanket here. I like spooky stuff. Sometimes I read people's personal ghost stories and I get legitimately creeped out. I get a chill down my spine, my eyes get a little watery. Does that happen to anyone else, by the way? Like, it's not when something scares you, but when something just creeps you out, your eyes kind of water up a little bit. But when it comes to ghost videos, they don't get to me quite as much, probably because the supposed paranormal activity being shown is either very easy to fake or just straight up normal things. One of the most popular genres of paranormal content is the poltergeist, where a ghost moves physical objects. I assume this is so common because all you really need to fake it is some string and a lack of better things to do. Sometimes it's subtle, an object gets nudged a little bit here and there. Sometimes a ghost will trick you. They lull you in with a really subtle movement and then...
Did you see that shit? Are you kidding me right now?
I like that everyone notices this at the same time. How boring are you that you get overshadowed by a cup moving half an inch? Sometimes the movement is so subtle that you can barely even see it.
No lo alcancé a grabar.
How does anyone even notice something like that? I literally had to rewatch this video 4 times just to see what was happening. I like to think this person just has the most boring version of Toy Story ever happening in their home, where the toys are alive, but they only move like the tiniest bit. Some ghosts are bigger jerks about it and knock the stuff onto the ground. Why would ghosts do this, by the way? Is this like an unfinished business kind of thing? The final thing they have to do before they can pass on to the other side is knock an object over? At last, I can pass on now. You know, cats like knocking objects onto the floor. Maybe these are ghost cats. Some ghosts like to tease you by pushing an object right to the edge like they're going to push it off, but then they don't, which is a pretty funny gag, honestly. That's what I would do if I was a ghost. Some ghosts, who I guess are more attention-seeking, like to aggressively throw objects. God, could you have picked a more obviously fake shattering sound effect? That sounded like the mug flew out and shattered on top of a pile of 10 other mugs that also shattered. I'm pretty sure that's not how that would sound. Or maybe it would. I don't know. Let's test it out. I guess that is how it sounds. I guess that is how it sounds. I guess that is how it sounds. Now there's something special about this next video, so pay very close attention. Did anything about that stand out to you? Did you happen to notice that it's the most insane paranormal evidence ever caught on camera? Just try and explain this. Go ahead. Try. Some ghosts seem to specialize in moving chairs. I've noticed that office chairs are a big target. I never thought of office buildings as being hot spots for haunted activity, but I guess that's where the hip new generation of ghosts likes to hang out. I like this one where a stool in a barbershop starts moving and everyone just immediately gets up and leaves like, well, looks like there's a ghost here, time to leave. Some people can't even be asked to go to the trouble of moving real chairs and instead just move miniature chairs in a dollhouse. And of course we get drawers and cabinets opening. Are these videos actually convincing anyone who was on the fence about the existence of ghosts? I mean, it seems like you could pull off most of this stuff with some string. Are there skeptics watching this stuff like, oh my god, ghosts are real? And it's not just cabinets, doors aren't safe either.
I've been doing this all morning and I don't have time for this today.
Not all poltergeist videos are lame. Some of them show people getting yanked around in a way that's honestly pretty cool looking. There's also a lot of like security camera footage presented like, this person was watching their security camera footage when they noticed something strange.
In the video, the YouTuber explains that his dad got a delivery and opened the front door to receive it. On the door, there's a security camera. The camera captures something downright chilling. His mom and dad were the only ones present during the recording of this video. So, just who or what is sitting on the couch next to his mom?
A couple from Minnesota made headlines back in March of 2022 when they would release footage of what truly was a disturbing sight.
Are we supposed to believe people are just watching their security camera footage for some reason? At the end of a long workday, I like to unwind by watching 10 hours of home security camera footage. And we've got the classic flickering lights.
What the baby? The lights are flickering now, dude.
There's also the mysterious figure in the background videos. Honestly, the hardest thing to pull off with this type of video is just finding someone who's willing to help you make it. If you're really lazy, you don't even have to do any visual effects at all. You can just add some strange sounds to the video. Oh my god. What if it's one of those spirits that's just reaching out for help? Help, please help me. What the f, man? Then you've got the ghostly mist, which is honestly a pretty easy effect to pull off. You can find mist effects easily enough on stock footage websites. And if you don't have friends to help you make a ghost video, don't want to record any sounds, and don't have 35 cents to spare for a pack of string, you can just record yourself acting like you're seeing a ghost.
In 2022, a story would go viral about a security guard at a hospital in Argentina. Per reports, the security guard claimed that at around 3 a.m. that morning, an elderly woman came to the lobby claiming she had forgotten something in her room. Back in 2018, Jay posted a video on his YouTube channel where he had claimed that he saw a ghost.
I'm like, okay, So I hesitated, so I just threw something because I didn't know what to do.
There are some ghost channels that have been making tons of their own ghost videos for years, usually where the paranormal activity is conveniently happening in their own homes. And we're talking like hundreds, maybe even 1,000 videos here. And yet they still freak the f out every time something paranormal happens.
Holy f. Alright. Holy f. Like, the only thing that's left, window. And we are moving in. What the f?
Wouldn't you just get used to it at some point? I mean, if ghosts are haunting you every day, doesn't that eventually just become normal? But they still manage to lose their minds over every little incident.
You're prescribing everything, right? No. We don't. That's not how this works.
No, that is how this works. You've made over 1,000 videos about being terrorized by ghosts. Your life is a horror movie. That is very much how this works at this point.
No.
I like the way some British people squeeze every vowel into the word no. No. You know, if they're in Britain, I guess that means the ghosts are British too, right? Boo! And see, the thing is, man, even if I did believe in ghosts, this stuff is so easy to fake that I probably still wouldn't believe it. It's easy to make an object fall over, make a drawer open, have a mysterious figure in the background, have a ghostly mist float across the screen. And I don't understand, even if this stuff was real, why would ghosts do all this? Why knock over random objects in people's homes? Are ghosts just like really opinionated about interior design? You know what they should do? They should make a reality show where a team of ghosts comes in to do like home renovations and give people makeovers and stuff. This has gotta go. This chair is ugly. Come back here, mister. You're getting a makeover. Now, not every ghost video is necessarily staged. Some people record real things and are just so superstitious that they believe something paranormal is going on.
Went out to dinner at an apparently haunted restaurant, as confirmed by staff and Google. The waitress put my glass down and it sat perfectly still for a moment and then abruptly moved.
Excuse me, waiter, can I get another drink? This one is haunted. Dude, it's crazy how quickly some people will jump to supernatural conclusions over the littlest things. Also, I like that it says this restaurant was confirmed haunted by Google. Does Google specify whether a business is haunted? It's even more ridiculous when people freak out over an electronic device that's designed to operate on its own. I mean, don't you think it's possible that the thing is just malfunctioning? Some people get superstitious about pets, like when a dog gets spooked and starts growling at the wall for no apparent reason.
If your pet starts behaving like this, it may be warning you of the jinn.
What do you see? Oh my god.
Was her dog warning her of evil spirits?
Hey, it's a dog. It's scared of its own farts. Hey, you wanna know why your dog is growling at the wall? I'll give you a possibility. His fucking brain broke! He's probably growling at the memory of another dog he saw 3 days ago. Your dog is not some magical ghost detecting creature. There's basically a whole subgenre of paranormal videos where it's literally just normal things happening. You got babies falling over, regular ass people doing regular ass things. Some things that are maybe at worst a little uncommon, like a dog's collar coming off, which apparently people find bizarre enough that it went viral on TikTok. And then some people apparently have just never seen wind before. And it doesn't help that if you watch channels that compile videos like this, the narration is always pushing the paranormal angle really hard, as if there's no way this stuff could happen without some like supernatural force.
Sabrina says that it would have been absolutely impossible for this particular cat to leap into the air like that, because you see, this cat is actually missing one of its legs.
Footage from the room of Ashley's son Gavin surprised many people, as it showed what appeared to have been a ghost pushing the boy. Now, I don't know about you, but I doubt that babies just tip over and fall like that.
Without actually spotting any mistakes or signs to prove these claims, we might as well assume that the freaking place is disturbingly haunted.
You know, one of these ghost compilations even has a video of a guy who's explaining that something totally normal is happening in the video.
In the middle of the night, Will was jolted awake by loud screams and moans.
There are people about 100 meters away, blazing music out, and some people screaming. At least some good songs anyway.
This compilation is called Terrifying Ghost Encounters Caught on Camera. This guy says in the video it's a group of people. While out camping one night, Tim was awakened by a haunting sound that chilled him to the bone.
There's a weird sound coming from outside.
The sound was unlike anything he'd ever heard.
Sounds kind of familiar, actually.
One thing was for certain, the sound was not coming from any earthly creature.
Oh, you know what? I think it's a raccoon.
Was it a raccoon? Or was it a ghost?
Oh yeah, it's a raccoon.
Or was it?
Yeah, here, take a look.
The ghost had taken the form of a raccoon just as Tim looked out at it. Given the unexplainable events captured in this video, we can only assume that this freaking campsite is disturbingly haunted. I also like when people argue for the authenticity of a video because someone's reaction seems real. Some people use the Oscar argument, where they insist that if this is acting, this person deserves an Oscar. Like this comment that says, the first guy is either 100% having this happen to him or deserves all the Oscars because he seems genuinely distraught. And the Oscar for Best Actor goes to Guy with Haunted Kitchen. I can't believe I won all the Oscars tonight. Even Best Adapted Screenplay? I didn't even make an adapted screenplay. It's just crazy how quick some people are to assume that something is supernatural. Like, can we all just take a few seconds to think about stuff before making these insane assumptions? Because after all, you know what they say about making assumptions? When you make assumptions, you make an ass out of you and Umptions. Now, I don't know who Umptions is, but he's out there looking like a big ol' ass right about now because of you people. The fact is, the natural world is already weird, so there's explanations for things that might seem paranormal at first glance. For example, there's something called infrasound that researchers think might be the cause of some ghost sightings. There's nothing scary about it, it's just a sound frequency. In fact, even some animals can produce infrasound, like whales. So if you ever get the strong sense that there is a ghost haunting you, take a look around and see if there's any whales nearby. You might have a whale infestation. I get why people believe in paranormal stuff. For one thing, it makes the world seem more interesting. It's more exciting to think that we live in a world where every little strange thing that happens has some supernatural origin. It's more exciting to think that these strange noises you hear in your house are from a ghost rather than from a squirrel living in your attic or a whale. It's more exciting to think that a light is flickering because it's possessed rather than because it just needs a new light bulb, or because there's a whale sitting on the power cord. And on top of that, I think human beings are just naturally prone to superstition. And I wouldn't have a problem with superstitious thinking, except I think it has the potential to affect the real world. In some small ways, it already is affecting the real world. A lot of high-rise buildings in America don't have a 13th floor, for example. And for a long time, I thought it was the building managers who were superstitious and they didn't want to make a 13th floor. Then I realized it's probably just that they don't want to deal with superstitious tenants on the 13th floor. Oakwood Apartments, this is John. How can I help you?
Oh my god, yes, I'm in apartment 1306 and my bathtub isn't draining. I think it's possessed. Oh, I knew I never should have gotten an apartment on the 13th floor.
Oh, it sounds like your bathtub drain might be clogged.
Clogged with ghosts?
No, probably just hair and dirt. We'll send over a plumber.
A plumber? I need an exorcist!
I feel like it's only a matter of time before like witch trials come back. In fact, there are videos out there with instructions on how to tell if someone is a witch. And then there's the belief in curses, which might prevent people from seeking real treatment for real problems that are ailing them. Also, by convincing people that this stuff is real, you're just freaking them out and adding unnecessary stress to their lives. Like this guy who is apparently living in constant fear about being followed by a ghost.
This man has been experiencing strange happenings in his home. Ever since visiting his father's gravesite, he can't shake the feeling that something has followed him home, whatever it might be. He's deeply afraid of it. For this reason, he's been praying and singing religious songs more so than usual as an attempt to get rid of the evil entity that now lives in his home.
Jeez. Think you have enough crosses there, dude? I don't get it. I have 70 crosses and I'm still being haunted. I know what to do. I'll get another cross. Dude, even Jesus himself would be like, whoa, dude, tone it down on the crosses. Actually, I never thought about this before, but I feel like the practice of using crosses to like invite the presence of Jesus into the room doesn't really make sense. Wouldn't Jesus not want to be near a cross? It's supposedly the thing that was used to brutally murder him. He's probably got some serious PTSD about that thing.
Oh Lord, I'm so scared. I'm crapping my pants.
Hello, my son.
Jesus, you came!
I heard you calling out for me, so I decided to come visit you. Oh, God, why do you have so many crosses? You don't like them? No. Me and Crosses have kind of a bad history together. God, just put up a live, laugh, love sign like a regular person. I don't mean to come down too hard on this paranormal stuff. On the one hand, it's fun, but on the other hand, the volume of paranormal content and the amount of people who believe it is just a little too much to bear sometimes. Anyway, if you like this video, hit the like button and leave a comment. It helps the video out in the algorithm. And hit that subscribe button to join the clubhouse. It's the coolest clubhouse for the coolest people. And also, thanks for watching.
You're welcome.